Hello YouTube fans, here we are gardening with Vincenzo. It's a couple of days before New Year's here, and we happen to catch some pretty mild weather. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to come down here, and I thought, well, this would be a good day to catch some scions and to do a little bit of a pruning on this great little dwarf apple tree that's mature. And I just wanted to try and pan here to show you the structure, the scaffolding. I already did a rough prune on this in the fall time, and then I let it grow up here and do a slow pan there so you can actually see we have quite a bit of runners on this where the fruit is produced. In fact, it's too many and they're too tall right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually go and clip some of these so that you can see the structure that's on this fruit tree. And what you want to do is, if you'll notice on the bark there, you can see the fresh sign of the bark, because what it has a different color than the woodier parts of the bark. And you can see the white dots on there where I've taken the liberty of taking some of the structure, the actual scaffolding of the fruit tree. And I'm going to shape some of these up. This is pretty straightforward. I'm going to clip some of this. I'm going to do an example of clipping it to spur growth. And what we want to do is we want to eliminate having an overabundance of fruit that's small, and we want to increase the yield, but we also want to increase the size of the fruit. So it's a little bit of a chore. You really have to maintain your fruit trees to get them to produce fruit to the level that you want. This one's going to require a little bit of work. There's probably about 30-40 clips on this that I'm going to end up having to do, but I'm going to do a few of them just to show you the technique. And I'll go out here in front of the camera. I'm hoping that the volume is adequate. If you look on the base, though, I wanted to point out at the very base of the tree, you can see the ring around it that's been planted with strawberries. And what I expect those strawberries to do, since they're everbearing, is to grow out in all directions from the base there. This is like a 10 by 10 squared 4 by 4 box that was put in many years ago, and I ran out of landscaping fabric because I used so much of it over the course of this season that I wasn't able to landscape fabric this, and then I'll mulch it, and the strawberries that I planted around the center, they'll perpetuate out, and so you end up with a fruit tree that also a strawberry garden, which is a good thing. All right, before any further ado, I'm going to get out there and we can get on with this. All right, here we are, and you can see I'm going to clip this one right here. We'll go close. I have some nice freshly sharpened shears, and you can see on this, even though it's a little dark as far as it's overcast today, I'm hoping that you can see there. I'll let that focus. You can see the little dots on there. This is a perfectly good scion, and all you'd end up doing is you cont some buds up. You can see the buds on there. It's not a perfectly straight one, but I'll catch a good one right on it right there. So there you actually have a decent scion right there. And usually what you do is you take the top and you cut it on an angle like that, and the bottom you do a straight cut. So we've got a couple of more of these, and I'll end up doing 2 cuts because I want to use this for my size, and I'm just going to drop them down there. We're going to try to keep these close onto the branches here, and I'll just keep clipping them just so we get some side. Now this is a real nice one right here. I'm going to take it right at the bud, right above the bud with a straight cut. So again, we have another nice scion here, and we want to keep them about 10 inches, 12 inches. We can catch this one. This one will give us several fresh scions. I can probably get 3 or 4 off of this one. And for anybody who hasn't seen my scion videos, how to store them, see, I've already got five nice scions there. And we're going to do the same thing with this one right here. We did a nice cut, a little bit on an angle because we don't want the water to rot it. And afterwards, what we're actually going to do is go get some sealant. And what we're going to do is spray it with some sealant. Now, it's really unusual weather for it to be this warm here. And I'm just taking this one and just getting some nice straight scions just off of this one. So already I've gotten 5, 6, 7 right here, nice scion. And we'll do this one as well. And we want to cut below the butt on that one, like that, so that we can produce lesser amount of fruit but larger fruit. And this is just off the tail ends. This is a nice one right here. And again, if you haven't noted, you can see the change in the bark. You see all the white dots on the bark? That's this year's growth, or last season's growth, I should say. So we're going to just work this one around the base. And we don't, you know, we want to leave it open on the inside because we want the sun to get to it. And we'll go right there for that one. So as I'm pruning, I'm actually thinning this down, opening it up to the sunlight, and collecting scions all at the same time. It's a great way to do that. It's nice and warm out here today, Zone 6A, Middlesex Township. So I'm going to work my way around the tree, and we've already got some of this. I'll just keep working my way around, trying to catch the scions, open this up, spur some fruit production by pruning it, and then I'll just keep my scions right here. Now see, when you get real tall ones like that, that's when time to catch them. You know, you can get a couple nice scions from that. And again, you want to cut the bases straight and the tips on an angle. So we've got a lot of nice scions here already. Normally I would do this in early February, March, but we're not going to do that. That way I'm going to take him off, because we want to open it up. My sun comes from this direction, so I really don't want too many blocking the sun, as it were. Just take it a branch at a time. Where would you like your fruit? Take the additional ones off, the small ones. I don't consider them suckers, but they will steal energy from the tree. So we only want a couple of those. Those are good right there. Here's some other big ones. We don't want to, you want to kind of layer this up. We'll go right here on this one actually. Take the little ones off. And again, this is, you don't want it too woody. The woody ones you just want to discard. But you don't want a lot of shade to the center of the tree. And you want to try and catch a bud right above the bud. And this will be where the fruit grows. I'm taking him off completely. All these little ones, you know, the tree wants to produce more, the tree wants to grow. Look at that nice set of scions that I have there. Those are freshly cut. And again, work your way around the tree, bring the level down. And this is a real prolific golden delicious tree. It's a very productive tree. I've nurtured it. Like I said, I took a lot of the center out where it was crowded and the sunlight was being blocked from all the leaf. You kind of want to dictate or mandate where your fruit's going to grow. So that's a simple technique. We've got quite a bit of scions. I'm going to spend some time down here doing this. I didn't want to go and slow-mo the video, but you can already see right from here what the general gist of what to do here. I'll go over here on this side. I actually want to take this whole one right off right here. I'm going to leave one little spur in there. I'm going to take that one completely off. And we probably can get a couple good scions off of that one too. Like I said, I just did a video where I am sharpening up my nice shears here. This one he's crossing, and again he's going to shade, so we're going to take him off right there above the bud. We'll just discard him, and we'll get in here and take some of these ones down. And I don't want any on here. Take some of these little ones. And some of the taller ones here too. You don't want a whole bunch. You want to kind of eliminate some of these because you want you don't want a million buds, but you want some buds because that's what's going to produce your fruit. And if you can, you want it at eye level, you know, close to the eye level, so that you can pick your fruit. And I'm going to continue on here with this. Again, already I've got 5, 10, 15, 20 nice scions right there. A lot of buds on them, and these would be where the fruit goes. So I'm going to work my way around the entire tree, and that's what I would do. I have some other ones to do here. I wanted to specifically do this one because he's such a nice producer, and I want to get him ready for the springtime. So you can see on the ends, and you can see that this is last year's growth. That's what a good scion should look like. You know, you should have one that has several buds on it, you know, 3 or 4 nice buds on the scion. That's about the thickness, about like a pencil, a little bit of a varying thickness so that you can use them for grafting as well as for rooting. And if you check out some of my other videos, I've done a whole demonstration on how to do that. So this is another video, Gardening with Vincenzo. Thanks for spending some time here. I wish everybody a happy new year. I can't believe this weather, very unusual. We're supposed to have it all week long, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if some of the plants started to react to this warmer days, although it's still going down below freezing at nighttime. So thanks for spending some time. Appreciate the support. Check out the website, gardeningwithvincenzo.com, Gardening with Vincenzo LLC on Facebook, and we can save the planet 1 yard at a time, beginning with your own. And develop. There may come a time where, you know, things are not as they are today, where things are easy to come by because of transportation issues, because of the changing in the weather. You know, you need to be a little bit independent, but also, you know, a healthy lifestyle. Grow your own food. It doesn't get any fresher than that. Fresh is always best. Grow as a person, plant a garden. All right, thanks for spending some time.